Katie, I received that confidential city email on Friday from a source who does not want to be named. Now, in that email, it does say that Mason City Fire Chief Al Dyer is on administrative leave. It also states that the city could be liable if this information gets out. When I was in town yesterday, residents just did not sound happy about the infrastructure of town, mainly the roads, and it's really hard to blame them when you have gravel piles here, dirt piles there, as well as construction equipment all over. And this is just one road in town here. The Freedom of Information Act was filed to receive all communications from Mason City Mayor Eric Bookmeyer, Henkel Construction President Gary Schmidt, as well as both developers David Rachi and Philip Choder. I'm at the 12th Street Rail Yard just east of Kraft, where you can see crews are still working behind me to try and clean up after that derailment happened. Now that would mean that crews have been on scene for around 8 hours already today. I spoke to several different people who live in this neighborhood that say despite seeing a lot of train traffic, you don't often see a lot of trains on their sides. As you can see behind me, the roads are starting to get covered here very quickly. City leaders have already put alternate side parking into play, which means folks need to be parked on the odd side of the street starting at 7 o'clock so that snow removal trucks can do their jobs. Now, local law enforcement are asking folks, stay home if you don't have to be on the roads. If you are planning to be on the roads, plan accordingly. Put your emergency kit in your car, have some extra blankets, some food, a little extra water as well. But most importantly, pay attention to the roadways. Katie, you can see behind me right now, crews are still working to clean up what the Department of Natural Resources says is about 138,000 gallons of diesel fuel that spilled. But conditions like we're seeing right now, blowing snow and high winds, are making that cleanup very difficult. So I have both of the documents here with me, and you can see they are very descriptive, and they both cite anonymous concerned citizens' beliefs that the Mason City City Council, city staff, as well as the mayor have used illegal tactics. I spoke to the owner today who says when they were making that move, safety and security for themselves and everyone else was a top priority. And you can see what they did here. They have bars in the window, steel doors, as well as much, much more. We're at Burke's Bar and Grill on 9th Street, where it's a pretty packed room, a lot of people here. We're actually wrapping up here now and heading to the Blue Heron. That's the second stop, then headed to Little Chicago after that. Now, the idea is to bring people together at some of these local restaurants to kind of discuss how to make the north part of Mason City a little bit better. They're trying to bring more people to the area. They're trying to bring more businesses to the area. One guy I spoke with who's lived here for the last 25 years says he'd like to see more businesses here. Now, we are only at the first stop right now, headed to the Blue Heron, so there's plenty of time to get out here. Oh, and did I mention free food? If that's not incentive to get out here, I don't know what is. Live in Mason City, Brian Tabick, KIMT News 3. Katie, because today is the 16th, I'm parked on an even side of the road, but I need to be moving to the other side of the road before 7 o'clock in order to avoid getting a ticket. May sound confusing, right? But there's a reason why the city asks folks to do it. According to the Charles City Fire Chief, the fire started when a wire started arching, causing a malfunction. Now, let's take you to the scene. This is what it looked like when I arrived. Now, luckily, nobody was in the building, but a firefighter did suffer a minor leg injury.